Good morning. We're ready to shell corn today. Big day of running the combine. That's the goal. Hopefully we can keep everything moving. Phil can keep up trucking. Our dryer won't be an issue. We've got a basically empty wet bin, and the dryer is performing outstanding this fall. We're pumping bushels through it in a hurry, so all is good. We're fueling the combine up. Brock will be here soon. We are having a little bit of an issues with the international truck. Phil said it was running rough, so he's going to change the fuel filter. I think it's just cold, but whatever. It'll be fine. Let's go, let's go. It's a little after 8:30. We're heading to the field. Gonna be a lot of this view today. Getting some end rows opened up, and we'll see if this corn's any good. So this field here is, this is the one field we had this year that was corn on corn. We had corn in this field last year, chiseled it, planted it to corn again this year. That's a rarity for us, but this is the one field. I sprayed an early V5 fungicide on it. We did not spray it at tassel. And this particular hybrid is one that is very good against disease resistance, which is why we didn't spray it at tassel. It's also why I used it on a corn-on-corn situation. It's looked fairly decent, although this is the one field that I was concerned about needing to replant. It was planted right before rain. It was too wet when we planted this. I wasn't very happy with it early in the spring, but it did look a lot better and came on. And our stand is a little bit reduced, but not horribly. So I don't know how good this corn's going to be. These end rows haven't been very good. A lot of red on that map. But it will get better as we get out in the field. But, you know, if this is 180 bushel corn, I'd be pretty darn happy. Sometimes Brock's sort of slow and way too close. However, him and Phil are going back to get a semi, or a couple of semis. We're going to need both trucks, 2 trucks. We are moving here. What do we got now? Let's see what the monitor says. Almost 17 acres. We're at a 185 average, which I will take. That's decent. It says it's about 18%. That's good. I'm thrilled with that. I haven't talked to Phil to see what his moisture tester at the bins is actually saying, but ought to be cruising right through the dryer, and everything should be working well. Hopefully we can get across here fairly well. The ground conditions are not great. Once we get farther away from where the truck's parked over there, it's either going to really slow us down to truck it over here, or we're going to have to move to a different spot. But I think it's too wet to get trucks in the field. So we may pull out of here and go somewhere else this afternoon, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? I'm trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We've got a month and a half. I'm almost to 19,000. Help me out. Hit that subscribe button. Well, when everything runs smoothly, it makes for boring video. Marching across the field, we're up to 25 acres. Up to almost 190 average yield. This is good corn. I'm really happy with it, especially considering I was close to thinking I was going to have to replant it. From here, it doesn't look like that. The stand was bad at all. There are some places where you can just see a lot of gaps, a lot of missing plants. I would estimate our stand here was probably planted at 32 to 34,000 plants per acre. We probably ended up with somewhere in the ballpark of 25, maybe 27,000. You know, there's just thin spots, and it varies, depends on the ground conditions and different spots and everything. But the bushels are here, so that's good. We made the right call on that one. Brock's getting a little farther away from the trucks. It's getting a little harder for him to keep up, but he's doing okay. I don't know what he's looking at. He's looking at something. Probably for the bathroom. Brock thinks he almost got stuck the last time we came through here. Just a little rut. No big deal. A little mud on the tires. See, I told you you'd be fine.
Could have been a couple passes over.
Just taking a look at the yield map here, and you can see we've got some patchiness. It's not as even as some of our fields down to Berkey are. There's definitely some variation out here. That is largely tied to elevation. You get down in the low ground, and that's where the green areas are. These little bit more yellow reddish areas are some of the top of the clay knobs and stuff, and that's standard around here. That's just the way that this ground is. So we are just about to this point where we're going to get into some longer rows. We've got end rows to do along the back here, so we'll get those done next, and then we may come over here and do some. This is where that house and barn is over there, so we may open up around that. We actually have another field on the other side of a lane over here, and there's driveways on both sides of that building site and around the house, so we may jump to that other field, open that one up. It would be really, really nice to be able to park trucks up there, but they cannot stay on the road because we're right at the top of a crest of a hill on a fairly busy road. So we'd have to be able to back them into the field and still get them out, and I don't know if we can do that or not. It is the high ground, so that helps, but still very muddy. Okay, we're gonna take a lunch break. It's 1:45. We've got 42 acres done here, so we're doing really well. Field's still right around 190, which is excellent. I did break a hole over there by the house, hoping that we could put trucks up there by the house. We cannot. It is too wet. So you can see our map and what we've got done. This is where I did that hole over there, and what we got left in this field. There's not a lot. We may be able to get trucks in on the other side of the house. If we can't, I don't know, we may have to find a different field or something, because this is just too far to haul all the way over here. The dryer slowed down a little bit. It's only 1,800 an hour instead of 2,700 like it was yesterday. Bummer. That's okay. That's still cranking out some bushels. It sure is a nice day. It's a little on the chilly side, but man, the sunshine makes all the difference in the world. It's beautiful out here. Unfortunately, it's going to rain tomorrow, so we got to get what we can today. I think we're 42 acres into this. I'm trying to shoot for 100. Think we can get 100 done? Maybe. Oh, crap. Yep. So when we were leaving, we noticed that our valve is leaking over here again. That O-ring that we replaced down to Berkey is leaking. So, gotta fix that. It's a quick fix. Right there, that O-ring's blown out. So why does this one keep doing that? Am I not getting it tight? Is it the wrong O-ring? What's the deal here? Good thing I got a new one. Okay, it's fixed. Go grain cart. I'll go combine. Deal. So today is one of those days where everything is running really well, and we're trying to cover some ground. So we've kicked the speed up a little bit. Our losses are quite good. So we're running pretty fast, 5.5 to 6 miles an hour, covering acres. Let's see, 3,000 bushels an hour. 20, depends on how good the corn is. It's not 250 bushel corn, so we aren't going to pump out 4,000 bushels an hour. Just can't do it. But 3,000 is still a lot. 190. Yeah, good. This is awesome.
We can turn the AC down a little bit though.
Catching up on some Brian's farming videos. Shelling corn.
It goes down, you get cold.
I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's a little gooey in that general
This field we're
area.
doing, this is the one with weather turning back.
Brock is he's hustling. He's usually taking 2 rounds and then over to the truck to unload because it's so far, and when he goes to the truck to unload, he's gotta move to get back here before I get to where he needs to start unloading that. So making it
actually working that in a little bit with
barely.
the VT.
Brock does have a camera in there. Think he's used it at all? Let's see if we can get his attention. You there, Brock?
Yeah, I'm there.
Hey, you got a camera in there. The YouTube people want some Brock Camp footage.
What kind of footage do the YouTube people want, though?
I don't know. We'll have them leave it in the comments and you can do it tomorrow maybe or whatever. But use the camera. It's there. Right? Tell them what you want, guys. It's boring. We're just going back and forth doing the same thing. Oh, he's doing it. He's using the camera. Good job, Brock. Insert Brock footage. Go.
So we're in the grain cart. Don't know if you can hear me, but we're gonna give it a shot here. The combine's coming up right behind us. It's got its auger out. We've already got one dump on here, but we're gonna match the speed with them. And he's unloading. Trying to keep it fairly even in the cart. We do need some weight on the back of the tractor though. When we go up this hill at the end of the field, I'll show you how much power it takes to pull the grain cart. I'll show you how much weight we have in it at the end, and we'll go from there. But we've done this, I don't know how many times, 2 or 3 dumps per truck, and we're on our 24th. This is our 25th dump we'll be dumping, but yeah, it's kind of repetitive, over and over and over again, but it's got to get done to get the crap out of the field. So this is all we got to do. My screen does show me where the weight is. I don't know if you can see it. I'll show you when we unload. But it shows me where the weight is in the cart, whether it's in the front or the back. And of course it has scales on it. That's why you run everything through the cart to give us an idea how much yield we got. But as you see, the spout's done out of the combine, so we're gonna head all the way over there to the truck. I don't know if you can see it, but we're having to park trucks on the side road over there, and haul them to the farm from there. There's no other dry spot. But the tractor I'm running is an 8335R. It's got 335 horsepower, and it does peak the horsepower up to 369 if we need it. And I'll show you here. I don't know if you can see this little hill. Probably can't see it very well, but there's a little incline right up here, and we will need the power. We do have 38,000 pounds on this cart right now, so it's not full. It's approximately 675 bushel. But the power meter right there, it's not quite peaking at full. Well, there how you see that full mark, and then it has that little bar next to it, and it's peaking out, so it's using all 369 horsepower to pull this cart. I'm trying to get it to 10 and a half, 11 miles an hour I'm trying to get it to, and it can only achieve 9.3. Now we're getting up on flat ground, but take it to the truck here and we'll unload it. Just got done unloading in the truck. He's already at the end of the field down there, so we're gonna have to boogie to get back to him so we can unload before we get back to this point. Now with an empty grain cart, going a little faster than the recommended speed for the cart in the field. We're at 15 mile an hour for field speed right now, but we got to get back to him and get him unloaded so we can do it all over again.
So we got that big hole that I had made all connected and done. We're on this kind of last little short rows behind the barn here. There's the lane that Brock's driving on now. That is a separate field over there, and I think we're gonna leave it. My plan here is just to finish this. There's like 5 acres left right here. We should be able to get it all on one cart load and get it over to the field, there to the road where we've been trucking stuff. It's just too far across there to get this last stuff, so we'll wait, hope that it dries up, freezes up, or come back and get it sometime, and we'll have to park the trucks on the road and load them real quick or something. I don't know, but it's gonna get dark soon, and I don't want to do that in the dark especially. So we're gonna pull out of here, go find a different field.
So the grain cart is 3/4 of the way full now, so he's filling it because I can't see all the way to the back. He has a better view of it, so he's filling that. It will be full when we tackle this hill that we have, so we'll see how the tractor handles it.
Okay, well, we're done here in this field, and we got a full grain cart and an empty truck, so that's good. Hopefully Brock doesn't get stuck heading back to the truck.
We finished this field. He is emptying out the last bit of the combine into the grain cart, and the scale says 61,000. I can stick to this screen, it'll be better. 61,280 pounds. So we're spinning quite a bit just to get going. 40% slip. We're just gonna keep her moving.
Get away from the fence row, get back out in the field.
And he's yelling at me. But all we can do. And we're digging 40% slip here. And there we got her. We are free. It's taking all the power and we're slowing down. We're gonna go at an angle. Rise over run, I was always taught in school. There we go. We'll make it up here.
It's always really dusty when I first fire it up when I'm, the machine after I change fields or after I shut it down for any reason. So until the dust gets flowing through it, it spews out the feeder house. Anyway, Brock gave me a weight total from the grain cart on that last field. Our yield monitor is 2%, almost 1.8% low, which is good. That means it's better than what the yield monitor says a little bit. And that was really good corn over there, closer to 195, so excellent. We're in this field here. We've actually already started this field, did some end rows on the far side over there. There's a road over there that we can park trucks on. Normally we would use this lane, but there's nowhere to turn around. I don't think we can get around out here. This bean field that we ran a few weeks ago was one of those that was super, super muddy, and there's ruts and tracks all over it. I'll show you when we get there. We've got a different hybrid on this field. This is 106-day corn. Still standing pretty well, although I don't think it's going to be quite as well as that last field. There's a few spots where there's some tops broken out and stuff, and we'll see. This field's got some hills and variation to it as well here. Let's see, moisture still says it's about 18%, which I'm a little surprised their corn hasn't dried down any more than that, but that's okay. This field is also going to be an interesting one because we've got, well, right next to that, and it isn't any drier here than it was there, so there's that. And there's some muck pockets on the other end once we get over these hills that could get dicey, let's just say. Oofta. Yeah, that was a fun one, wasn't it? We got some spots down there we went around because, well, it wasn't worth it. A few beans along the edge we left there. Yeah, you remember that? I remember that. Oh, that was, yeah, not fun. Not really fun. All right, well, after some nervous moments, we'll call it, we are out of, I think, the worst of the mud, meaning that spot right there where I about got stuck twice. Yeah, Brock's complaining that I put too much weight on the grain cart, and then he didn't unload into the truck when he had an opportunity to load into the truck, so he doesn't get to complain anymore. He hasn't gotten stuck yet. He'll be fine. We're gonna get across. There's some long rows here up until we get to the house, and then there's a big point and some triangle or point rows. Yeah, there. So we've got long rows through here, and then they all taper down and through that portion of the field. There is about 46 acres left here. I doubt we get it done tonight, but we're gonna do as much as we can. So, since I've been sitting in the same seat all day, and you guys had the same view, I thought I would teach you something today. So I got my combine snacks here, some Oreos, double stuff, because double stuff is really the only way to go, right? Like, there's no other option. But do you guys know the proper way to eat a double stuffed Oreo? Here's the thing, they're good like this, just regular Oreo. Some people dunk them in milk. I don't, but you gotta pull them apart, and you don't pull two of them apart and put them in because that's too much cream. But you gotta eat this piece. But then you take one full Oreo and your half with the cream, and you make a triple decker. I mean, it's the Big Mac of Oreos, and this is the proper way to eat a double stuffed Oreo. Just thought you should know.
So you'll see it maybe on this video, maybe not, but I'm guessing the driver of the combine just gave a tutorial on how to eat an Oreo properly. Watching through the cab, he's always eating something when we're unloading on the go. But he held 2 Oreos up, then he put them together. I think he was trying to make his own double stuffed. It's kind of comical though, watching the combine driver sometimes eat his food in there. Don't know what he's saying to the camera, but boy is it entertaining sometimes.
Oh, we're finding some muddy hilltops. We're sliding around a little bit. I'm going all along, and all of a sudden I'm off a row, and it's just like, what happened there? Anyway, we're gonna have a nice sunset. We're in a good spot. Well, we're in a good spot where you can see the farm now. The corn's in the way there, but yeah, this is a fun field to do. We'll see if Brock has as much fun in the tracks that I just made as I did. Yeah, right there. Ruts. Oh yeah, he's finding them. Keep her moving. And now we're good. Till the next time. There's our nice red sunset. Which, by the way, the last time I was talking about this, I did learn that it's red sky at night, sailor's delight. So, red sky, that's a good thing. Except for it's supposed to rain tomorrow. I don't know. There's the farm. We over there. I only see one light on our wet bin. That means we don't have much wet corn. Maybe that's 2. I don't know. Hard to tell. I think our day just got a lot less productive and a lot more exciting. I think we got a grain cart stuck. Crap. We might be in trouble here. This is gonna be a problem. And I don't think we're backing out of it. The tracks floated pretty well, but the tires on the tractor not so much. Man, this is really soft here. All right, yeah, we're gonna have to get another tractor and try and pull here. We just don't have enough grip. The ground is too soft. It does get better. It does get better that way. So once we get it up, it should go. But we got to get it there. Problem is our big tractor's at Berkey, so we're gonna have to use the 8430 and hope it works. Just having too productive of a day. Dang it! Well, we got 32 acres. Well, there was 8 acres done when we started here, so we got 26 acres done in this field, 24 acres done in this field. All right, well, we're gonna get the 8430, see what we can find to pull. Worst comes to worst, our neighbor right over here, the guy in that house where that light is, that's our tile guy. He's got a dozer sitting there. We're gonna get it out. It's just a matter of what it's gonna take to do it and how long it's gonna take. Phil's gonna come pick us up with a pickup truck so we can get what we need. So we've got to get the 8430 unhooked from this air seeder. I'm just going to turn it around, back it in here, and unhook it. And Brock's finding a couple of straps. Best stuff we can find. And we'll go see what we can do. Hopefully it comes out nice and easy and this isn't a big deal. If it doesn't come nice and easy, then we have to figure stuff out and it becomes more of an issue. Well, my apologies to my viewers. This video is about to get real long. We were towards the end of it and now we're not. So hopefully we can get some decent footage. We do have 2 GoPros that are ready to go. And we're gonna see what happens over here. So hopefully this tractor will pop it right out, like I said. But I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that. It's not that this tractor doesn't have enough power, it's that I'm not entirely convinced it's gonna have enough traction either. And it's not a power issue, it's a traction issue. All right, so we're gonna attempt to pull that way. Once we crest this hill, it should go. We've got these 2 big straps. It's the best I can do for right now. We've got one on each axle. We're doubled up. This should work. But we'll see. Oh, you can't see nothing. We're moving. We're moving. Get her up the hill. And my straps are slack, so he's got power. All right, you're under your own power because the straps are slacked. All right, we're gonna film this as best we can. All right, good question. Let's just keep it down around 2 miles an hour or so, and you might have to crank it up a little bit as we get moving, if you get moving. So we're gonna tighten the rope up, straps. Turn your wheels a little bit to the left. Okay, you ready? Oh, you're moving, you're moving, you're moving. Try not to let your tires catch the strap. Watch them a little bit. Just go easy. I'm not going very fast. You don't need to go any faster than I am. Just let me pull you. That one as good as it could possibly go. Take a look at where we're at. Sitting on solid-ish dirt here, so everything's good. The tracks really do float. You can see we get a mound in the center of the tracks, but then those really pack it down. Boy, this sticky dirt. You can see how much it sticks. And then it's nice and flat and gooey. Gooey, gooey, gooey. All right, well, we might want to not be so heavy on this little hill here. If only that would have happened an hour and a half earlier, it would have been in daylight and you guys would have gotten a lot better footage. Oh well, back to the combine. Let's keep moving. All right, we are back moving, and hopefully we'll get a lot done here yet tonight. We've still got 29 acres in this field. That would take 3 hours. It is 6:30. Oh yeah, we could get this done tonight. Dang, that would be one heck of a day. We'd be over 120 for the day. That'd be awesome. As much as I want to pick on Brock for getting that tractor stuck, it happens. That one's not really his fault. He didn't do anything stupid like the last time this spring, and I mean, there's not much he could have done there. He claims that he tried to warn me that he was still heavy. See, what happened was he still had some corn left because the truck got full and the other one wasn't here yet. So he came to take another round, and the grain cart was much heavier than normal, and I did see that it was fuller, so I should have shut it off and let him bail out, but I didn't think that we would get stuck. I guess it's my fault. So he claims he tried to warn me that he just wanted to dump on the ends and not going through the field, but I misunderstood, or that's not the takeaway that I got out of that message. So we dumped and he got stuck, and it isn't the end of the world. It'll be fine, no big deal. We got it out relatively easily. We'll keep on moving. I bet if that grain cart had tires on it, that would have been a lot harder. Nothing? You're not going to respond to me? For sure, yeah. Well, my turn now. I can't move. We're in a mud hole. I think if I can get this empty that I'll get a lot of corn off and we'll be a lot lighter and I can walk out of it. We were like 80% full. Just getting ready to start unloading on the go, but there was a wet spot here, so we're, yeah, whatever. I was trying to get to the grain cart and the grain cart kept leaving me. We're okay. Oof, we aren't out of this yet. Oh, there we go. Yowza! Alright, so that spot's a little wet. See if we can get around it. This is not fun anymore. Alright, well, we are moving across this field. It's been a little while since I almost got the combine stuck and, you know, all of that fun stuff. The ground conditions are getting better. This field kind of levels out and it's a little bit better tiled and drier in this corner. We're kind of in that point. Rows are getting shorter, so we got less weight. That's a big plus. Right there is where I almost got stuck. Up over here is where Brock got stuck. So we're kind of out of that. I think the rest of this will be okay in. There's not very much left there. In fact, let's see. We've only got 8.5 acres left in the field. Our average yield is almost up to 204. This is Really good corn. It's fun when you're not getting stuck. Even when you are for a minute, then it's not so fun. Since we're right down to the end of this field, I'm gonna make Brock's day. I'm gonna have him jump into combine. I'm gonna let him run it for a minute. You know what you're doing?
Guess we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Yep.
See if we can figure it out.
Your rows are over there. You gotta turn. You gotta turn. Turn. Well, you hit the rows. It's a good start, Brock. Having fun today?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's to that point though. Harvest is almost.
We're ready to be done, aren't we?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes we are. It's very repetitive, especially if you put 15,000 pounds on a cart that can handle 60.
You can put more than 15.
But you don't want to take a second load at 30.
No, you're not going to take a second one. It's getting a little wet. And the bad thing is all of the fields we have left are wet, rented farms that need tile. All of them. So it isn't going to get any better. Some of them, we have places like this where we can park trucks. Some of them we do not. So, yeah. Turn.
It's cranked.
Too close. There you go. Level button. Your turn signal turns that light on. There you go. Doing okay?
We haven't broken anything yet.
Not that we know of. You think you can make a round by yourself while I unload the grain cart?
If I can get it in the grain cart.
Maybe there won't be anything to unload.
Yeah, we'll be able to.
What do you think? Do we trust him? I don't think there's any electric poles in the next pass, so should be okay. Nothing like watching some newbie operate my $500,000 combine with nobody else in the cab. Cruising too. Last pass of the field here. Don't hit the electric pole.
Try not to.
206. The yield's up over 206 in this field. That's like really good corn. I wasn't really expecting this corn to be that good. So cool. You did all right.
Didn't break anything.
You did like 8 acres. 7.5.
So I get the combine tomorrow?
That's not the deal. Just be glad I let you drive it some tonight.
I know. After earlier.
You'll be fine. All right, we're gonna get the combine unloaded, get the cart unloaded into the truck, and take that back to the farm. And I think that's all we're gonna do tonight. It is almost 9:45. All right, I'm gonna pull the truck up so we don't have to spin the cart around in a big circle to get lined up to it. We'll just pull up there so you can just pull over to it, and we'll get everything unloaded and off and home. Okay, what a day. We did 120 acres of corn today. That's awesome. I'll put that up against almost anybody running one combine, one grain cart, and one person running trucks. Like 120 acres, one combine, 8-row corn head. That's a good day. 23 truckloads of corn that we have dumped, and our dryer has kept up all day. There is not one light on in our wet bin, so we have very, very little wet corn around, which means we get to do it all over again tomorrow until it rains. So that's good. Everything went pretty well today, other than getting stuck twice and, you know, that whole issues. But yeah, we did really well. There was a brief moment where I contemplated going to Berkey tonight to run the tillage equipment, but I have to get some sleep if we're going to shell corn tomorrow, and the hour drive there and the hour drive back at 3 or 4 in the morning is just a killer. And so me going and working for 3 or 4 hours would not be enough to let us get done tomorrow if it rains at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm not going to do that. We're going to stay here and focus on getting the corn shelled, or at least as much as we can. So Dad did go down today, got a lot done, so the tillage is moving, and that is good. So plan for tomorrow, we're going to jump across the road. We've got like 36 acres in a field that I think we can do in the morning, and then at 1 o'clock I've got somebody coming to do that NCGA plot that I have out back here, and we've got like 10 acres back there. So we're going to try and get that done. Hopefully it's not raining by the time he gets here. Thanks for watching today. I'm sure this video is quite long, so we'll just call it good. See you tomorrow.